is our library. We have 2 floors above us and 3 more below us. The floor directly below us is where that computer lab is that I mentioned. Downstairs there's also group study rooms in case you want to study with some people but don't want to disrupt the people around you. They have film screening rooms in case you have to watch a movie for class. There's a media library and like a conference room in case, I guess, faculty have meetings, staff have meetings, things like that. On each floor, there's also a variety of different study spaces. I've never had an issue trying to find a place to study in this building, even in the most stressed out times. So like finals week, I've still been able to find a table to study at, or things like that. So we also have a variety of different types of study spaces. So there's couches, there's armchairs, there's big tables, small tables, cubicles. I know personally I can't study on a couch, otherwise I'll fall asleep. So I find the most uncomfortable cubicle I can find and work there for the day. And I've never had a problem trying to find that uncomfortable cubicle. I generally go to the same one every time. And our campus is Wi-Fi, so we do have access to Ethernet cables in our rooms as well, but for the most part you would never need to connect to it. Unless I guess you want faster internet. I don't actually know how that works, but you can work without an Ethernet cable too. Do you guys have any questions? Okay, you guys are more than welcome to look around a little bit. I'll wait here for a minute, and then we'll get going. Unless you guys don't want to, but.
We're gonna keep going down this way to Valentine. I'll just point out some other stuff. Morris Pratt Dormitory, that's where like a lot of sophomores, juniors live. The Arms Music Building, that's where I am when I play trombone. Morrow Dormitory, that's all sophomores and juniors too. And we're gonna go see where the sciences are, but like to political science and classes, with like the 5 college consortium, like I said, you can take any class at any of the other colleges or universities. So if Amherst does not have a class that you want, say you want to do like international relations, or you really want to take an engineering course, you can go over to UMass and take it. Or if there's a language that Amherst isn't offering, you can go over to Smith or Mount Holyoke and take it. That's another good resource, and it really broadens the opportunities. Since Amherst is a small liberal arts college, it can't offer everything that a large university can, but being able to go over to UMass and take different courses at a large university really makes it a lot more flexible.
Have you done that?
I have not gone over there yet, just because I was a first year. And
do you anticipate doing that? I mean, are there classes that are not offered?
yeah, like international relations I'm really considering. You can actually, there's actually majors that are between the 5 colleges, and like you can get certificates, and one of them is international relations. And I think something like 50% of Amherst students go and take a course off campus at one point during their time at Amherst. So it actually is like a sizable portion of the college does it. But it is, I mean, I'm on the 5 college planning board on the Senate, so we also are really working with the other colleges to really collaborate between the colleges and really bring the consortium closer. So, and behind me we're coming up to Valentine,
which is the one dining hall on campus, which the purpose of that is to provide a sort of central location where everyone's eating, and it gives you kind of that community feel when everyone's kind of converging for meals and stuff like that. I'm trying to watch out for puddles. So the thing is, so when you come here, you're on this plan for meals, which is 3 meals a day, 7 days a week. After freshman year, you can elect to do 2 meals a day and 100 AC dollars, which are, it's money you put on your Amherst card, and you can use that at Schwemm's, which is in Keefe Campus Center. And that's sort of this little cafe area where you can get breakfast sandwiches, things like that. It's for kids who don't wake up to have breakfast in the morning, and so it offers them that other option.
How's the food?
It's good, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't have anything to compare it to, really, because I've only gone here. But I think the food's good. We have great options. We have some world cuisine days. We have stir fry, soft serve machines, panini makers. They do, every now and then they'll do like an omelet. They'll make omelets for you in the morning. So I honestly think the food's really good.
but inevitably you will get sick of, you know, eating on your college campus, which happens pretty much everywhere. But it's really nice having Amherst, the town of Amherst, right over there. That's a 2-minute walk. There's a ton of great places to eat. If you guys are going to do lunch after this, I'll definitely give you some recommendations. There's like Black Sheep, a sandwich place. Judy's, everyone likes. There's a ton of different places. I just went out last night with two guys. We went to Chez Albert. We kind of went crazy. It's like this French restaurant. It was owned by this man who lived in France, and then this own little portion of Paris just right in Amherst, Massachusetts. So it's really nice having a town right there. And like I said, you can take the PVTA and go over to Northampton. That's a little bit bigger town. You can also go to, it's like Chili's, TGI Fridays, all Applebee's, all on Route 9, which I'd go definitely drive at least past to see if there's lots of places here. But pretty much the takeaway message is Amherst is really not in the middle of nowhere, because you have 30,000 students here. You have, towns right in the area. You have this huge mall. You can get everything that you need to. Having a CVS right in Amherst, like a 3-minute walk from my dorm, is the biggest savior. Like, I just was thinking to myself, thank goodness the CVS is here. When you're always like, oh, and I have no shampoo left. You can just run and go grab some and you're good. So it's nice having all the people in the area, the 5 College Consortium, like I said again, and having places to eat, places to go get stuff, stock up at Whole Foods and get, snacks and stuff like that. So it's really good. The Pioneer Valley is a great place to be, definitely. So we're going to continue.
We're going to walk down this way. Showed you Fairweather, which is that red brick building, and across the quad is Chapin Hall, which has a small chapel, and also there are lots of different classes in there. I have religion class in there right now. I've had a sociology class, an anthropology class in there. So you'll often find, for example, at Amherst, in our science building, for example, some people have art history classes in Merrill in our science building. And that's simply because we really like to use as much of our space, I think, as possible. Like, the sheer volume of classes for our very low student-to-teacher ratio, we have a 7:1 student-to-teacher ratio. And so because we have so many classes going on at any given time, for very, very few students, we can't have all of the art history classes in here, for example. We have to move them to other places. I think that's really for the benefit. I don't really care what my class is, as long as the professor is there teaching me whatever I need to teach. Or whatever I need to learn, sorry. Oh, one thing I forgot to point out is, most students don't really need to know about this, but Lewis Sebring Dining Hall is where many of the faculty come for lunch if they don't go out off campus or go home for lunch. And actually, you can sort of finagle your way into Lewis Sebring if you befriend a professor, which is actually relatively easy. I've been able to, for example, go to the chemistry department luncheons there. When we hire new chem professors, or when we did hire a new chem professor this year, who I'm actually super excited about, they were able to choose, I think, it was kind of variable, maybe 5 or 6 students who would have lunch with the new professors before they did their guest lecture, and we had a lot of input on who was chosen as the new chemistry professor. I don't think you're going to get that at many other colleges. I was able to really speak and say why I liked this professor over the other, or that candidate, depending not only on their subject matter, but also the way that they presented themselves. It was a really great experience, and I really do feel like I have a big hand in choosing the professor from MIT who we chose. We stole one of theirs from MIT. I really like that fact. I like that a lot.
When you talk about class stuff really quickly, quickly now, I'll talk about that later. So as far as the academic side of Amherst goes, one of the most unique things that we have is an open curriculum. We're one of 5 schools in the country who has an open curriculum. And if this appeals to you, then you should probably also check out Brown, Smith, Grinnell, and Hamilton, which also have open curriculums. But essentially what that means is that there's no core requirements. So if you come to Amherst, as a freshman, there's only 3 requirements for you to graduate. The first is that you take a freshman seminar. So the one specific required class, you come in the fall.